The Arizona desert is a place of silence. Dry winds sweep across the sand and brush, hiding stories that no one should ever have to tell. It was there, in July, that a neighbor found 10-year-old Rebecca Baptiste lying in a wash. She wasn't moving. She wasn't breathing on her own. Her father, Richard Baptiste, and his girlfriend, Anya Woods, rushed her toward town, desperate to explain what had happened. To first responders, the story was unclear. They claimed Rebecca had run away again, something she had done many times before, and this time she hadn't made it back alive. The 911 call tells the chaos. Wood's voice shook as she told dispatchers, "We live out in the desert. She's not breathing. I'm breathing for her." But when dispatch urged her to pull over for help, the couple kept driving, unsure of what to do. When first responders finally met them on the roadside, Rebecca's small body was laid out before them. Medics pressed on her chest, breathing for her, fighting to bring her back. Her skin was pale, her lips turning blue. Questions began to fly. How long had she been like this? Why hadn't anyone started CPR sooner? Where had she been found? The answers didn't add up. Richard said neighbors brought her back, that she was slightly responsive, then slipped away. Woods added that Rebecca had been standing outside earlier that morning before disappearing. Each explanation shifted, leaving officers uneasy. The children sitting in the back of a patrol car quietly told another story. They said Rebecca had been found on the ground and carried home by neighbors before being put in the car. Their voices were soft, but the details were clear. Investigators soon uncovered a disturbing past. Prosecutors allege Rebecca suffered years of abuse at the hands of her father and Woods. Malnutrition, missing toenails, unexplained injuries, even signs of sexual abuse. Reports from Child Protective Services painted a picture of a little girl crying for help again and again. Rebecca had tried to escape many times. Once, she kicked out a window screen and leapt from a second-story window. Another time, she ran into the desert barefoot. Neighbors knew her as the girl who kept running away, as if the desert felt safer than home. Her biological mother had been absent for years, leaving Rebecca in her father's care. Social workers had been involved before, but custody was eventually returned. By the summer of 2023, Rebecca was once again under the same roof as the people who were supposed to protect her. On July 27th, the final attempt to save her came too late. Doctors found catastrophic brain damage, swelling and bleeding that left no chance of recovery. Rebecca was placed on life support, but 3 days later, on July 30th, she was gone. Her father, 32-year-old Richard Baptiste, and his girlfriend, 29-year-old Anya Woods, were arrested. Both now face charges of first-degree murder and child abuse. Rebecca Baptiste was only 10 years old, a little girl who tried to run from pain again and again, only to lose her life in the desert she thought could hide her.